Automotive TV. Viewers, this is how I choose to welcome you to the most authoritative automotive show right here on Automotive TV. We are streaming live on Automotive TV Facebook page, and today is an exclusive interview with my personal friend. He is a very wonderful man. He is the national president for the Ghana Automobile Dealers Union. For the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana, he is the national president. And today we are going to have a very good discussion about the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana. We're going to learn more about what this union is all about right here on the most authoritative automotive show right on Automotive TV. Don't forget to follow us on the radio social media handles on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter as well. And you can also bring in your comment as well. Today my guest is the national president for the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana. He's in the person of Mr. Eric Watson. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm good to have you on the show today.
You're welcome, sir.
I trust that today was good.
Very, very good. It's a pleasure
That's great.
to have you too.
Great, great. Now today we are going to look at what the auto union is all about. You know, there are a lot of unions here and there, but we are looking at the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana. But before we come to that, I want to ask you about your general impression about how Ghana auto industry is faring.
Thank you once again. Automobile Dealers Union came about dealership because Ghana, our industry concerning the automobile dealerships is somehow dormant. So we came about that. What are we doing as a dealers? So we just came all together, and there's a lot of our associations, about 57 associations.
So in the auto space.
That in the auto space. So we all came to one umbrella and we formed one name called Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana. So we petitioned the government, and studied well, and then we accepted to offer our certificate, showing that we are operating as a dealership. So that is where Automobile came about. It's a different association. Sometimes if I want to highlight on something on automobile with the government, it's very difficult to listen because there's a lot of associations. And governments normally emphasize on unions than associations. So that is why we form Automobile Dealers Union. And our focus and objection is that we are going to champion our automobile industry so that the industry should be attractive. Previous days of years, if you said you were a car dealer, even police or whatever have you, they don't respect you because they thought, look at you, say you're a car dealer. What shows that you're a car dealer? Anybody at all can call himself a dealer. So we decided that we have to grind ourselves very well, showcase our business to domain, people to know exactly the dealer means. So that is part of our package, or the reason why we brought out Automobile Dealers.
That's quite insightful because looking at how the auto industry is growing, it is very important that at least the indigenes will be able to come together and be able to forge ahead and make sure that the industry will grow. And of course, bringing this union together is a step in the right direction. Let's look at some of it already highlighted on the vision of the union. But how do you see Ghana's auto industry? Is it growing? Looking at the fact that there are a lot of foreigners also in here. Is it actually growing in your view?
Previously, it was okay, but we have brand new dealers also, which is they are competed with the market. But for instance, go to the market zone, you will see that Ghanaians normally prefer to buy the second-hand vehicles because it's very affordable to buy than the brand new cars. But for look at now, the business has been dormant, if I may say, because of the economic crisis, and so it lets our business not flourish like the way previous it is. So if we are asking about how grown the automobile was about in the market. That is what I can tell you. But for look at the brand new, if you prefer to buy brand, you can go for it. But it's very expensive. And second-hand dealers, so for instance, I normally import my car from America, Canada, and Dubai. And some of our members who import their car from Korea and other countries. So it's depends on you what you buy. If you prefer American cars to buy, that one is different matter. If you want to buy a car from maybe Korea or America or whatever, or Europe, that is about it. But second-hand vehicles are very more than the brand new. And durability, the second-hand is very durable than the brand new family, because there are a lot of brand new cars. They manufacture them from South Africa. So the specs is not up to the standard of the market. Yes. So if compare the second hand and the brand new, the specs alone on second hand is very durable than from South Africa, because of their weather, they manufactured at the standard of our African standard, but the good news ones are the national standard, so we can get all the features in it. So if we if we go to the market, it depends what you have in your pocket. We have Matis, we have Vitz, we have Yaris, we have all that. So it depends the money in your pocket. So any money at all, you can get it. But brand new is expensive. So those people are competing with us. But actually Ghanaians, because of the economy in the States, it's like they normally prefer to buy our vehicles. About 95% of cars in the market now is from the second hand.
That's quite incredible. If you're watching now, this is still Automotive Drive on Auto Affect TV. You can also bring in your comments if you have any question for Mr. Eric Watson. He is the national chairman, the national president for Automotive Dealers Union of Ghana. And today we're having an interesting conversation as far as the union is concerned. Trying to find out what the union is all about, some of the challenges and some of the success they have achieved as a union. So going on to my next question, what are some of the challenges the union are going through? I think one of the things that we earlier mentioned the submission is the fact that the prices of cars compared to that is the brand new are more expensive than the second hand that the union members are into. But what are the general challenges of the union or the members of the union?
Actually, the challenges is very huge. For instance, if you import, you went to buy a car from UK or US or Canada, the cars over there are very cheap to buy. Even $1,000, you can get very good car to buy. Shipment is about $1,000 or $800. Or even now, from Korea to Ghana, freight is about $12,000 for 40-50 container. You can even package about 8 6 cars in one container. The expenses it can cost you almost about $15,000. You'll get about 6 or 7 cars in it. Okay. But the moment the car will arrive at the port, one car alone, the duty with the government will take out of it can even buy 20 cars. So that is one of our challenges. And two, you see, our currency is cedis. But the moment you dispose the car or sell the car, you have to convert it into dollars. Any businessman is not a Father Christmas. That is why they call it businessman. So definitely, if you compare with those addition to it, then you have to add your commission or your profit margin. Yeah. So it lets the car prices very high. Because the moment you bought the car, if the dollar rate is, for instance, now the dollar rate is about 8 cedis. Now, the car can be parked for maybe 2 months or 3 months. The dollar would depreciate to maybe 9 cedis. And that time we have imported the car on 8 cedis. That is the dollar rate. But the moment you import the car at the port, they will calculate the dollar rate. If it's 9 cedi, they will calculate it. And then the moment you send the car to your garage, you have to wait and sell them. So if you didn't compare it well, you will sell the car a miss. So it means all the time you have to compute yourself to the dollar rate before you can dispose your car. That is another second challenge. And the third challenge is our government imposed a vehicle assembly in this neighborhood. But we are not abusing it or we are not criticizing it. It's good to let our economy or even the youth, because there is a lot of unemployed in the system. So exactly, it's opening the window for youth
To get jobs to do.
That's right. So we, the dealers, we are not abusing it, but we welcome them. But the problem is that the challenges we brought to us.
As you see, I will pay back to me.
You see, you have to bring some measures on the ground that it will give the room for we, the second-hand dealers.
Okay,
so that
okay,
we can
yeah.
operate very well. Because what I can say now is our government is not ready for we, the second-hand. We will bring business in this particular neighborhood. And that is also a challenge to us. But I thank God that there's still engagement with the government, and very soon I hope something better will come out of it. And fifthly, about our challenges. For instance, this is a garage. We have a lot of cars here. Somebody can come to our garage. Oh, assuming you wanted to buy a car. But the moment you approach him, he will tell you that, oh, it says somebody who said I should come and have a look at the car for you and come and buy it. So, well, you are selling it. So when the car is in your property, what do? You welcome him, whatever have you, spark for me, you attend, do this. And later, he will tell you that, okay, you want to take the picture and send it to the buyer so that whatever come out of it, he will let you know. So that is welcome news because you are not driving the car away. The moment you allow him to take the pictures, he will send the pictures in his own platform on social media. So assuming the car you are selling it maybe 50,000 Ghana cedis, you will post it on his page, maybe Instagram or Twitter or whatever, or Facebook, and you will quote the price there 20,000, lesser than what you have. So on the second time, he will call you. The moment you get the buyer who is interested on the car, you call it. Oh, boss, the car I came to have a look of it. My brother said he's interested, so I will come with him out of the garage. But what I want to tell you that don't close to him because the price had increased. So if you intervene to the discussion, it will be like my profit margin. I won't get it. So the thing is that it's in your custody. So what you want to do? You want to dispose it. So you accept him to bring the buyer. And the other side, you will communicate with the guy who is coming to buy the car from him. That, oh, if you go, don't even approach or talk to the dealer. Because the dealer is a friend. I send the car to him himself. So if he sees that the car was being disposed in my custody, he will charge me more. So don't talk to anybody. This is a smart move. So for you, dealer, you don't know nothing about it. You will come with the buyer, assuming he was expecting the car. Then finally, you get your money. Well, they will come. They will check everything on the car. They will tell you, okay, you come back because you have talked to the other buyer. So you don't know nothing about what they are discussing about. But the second day, the man who came with him, with the first guy, he won't come again. So the man who came the second, he will come. Boss, I came, but your boss said he has called you that I should come for the car. Which boss? So you are the boss?
Exactly.
Oh, he said, oh, I've bought the car. I came with him and we expect the car. And now I went to his office, made payment, everything. This is the documents I have on the car. And this is my car key. The only thing is that he called you in front of me that somebody has bought the car. So he's coming to receive the car from my ends. So if he arrives, I should release the car. Which you the dealer, you don't know nothing about it.
And you have no receiving money.
Any money too. So that means 419. By the time you realize as a dealer, you end at the police station because the man will think you connive with the other first guy to drop him. So Gula Balu, the time you realize the car has been banned at the police station. Court. So as a union, we have a lot of challenges about that. So I use your platform to appeal your viewers that they should be very careful and very consistent on what they are buying for. That's the only challenge we have, and advice to your viewers also.
And of course, this is still Automotive Drive on Automotive TV, and my guest is Mr. Eric Boateng. He is the national president for the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana, and he has been able to highlight on a lot of challenges as a union they are going through. But let's look at I think about last year or last 2 years when government brought in the Ghana Auto Development Policy in terms of getting BMW and other foreign companies to set up their assembly plants here. One of the challenges that I realized some of the auto dealers were talking about was the fact that government said they're going to ban service vehicles. How does that also get you as far as the service vehicles are concerned?
Well, as a national president, as I'm speaking now, about 2 months, we are still on it, engaging with the government about the policy, or which room are the government going to give the automobile dealers in Ghana to operate as a partners. And then what the government was telling us is that so far as we have a committee, which we are discussing on it, I think something better will come out of it. So I'll point that as we are not concluded yet, I don't want to expose things which we have not been concluded. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let's look at some of the achievements of the union. As a union, I believe that you set targets maybe within a year. There are there are certain activities that you plan to do and you go ahead to achieve them. So if you can highlight about 2 or 3 achievements of the union.
Please come.
Okay, I'm asking about the achievements of the union, some of the success stories of the union from the time the union was established. How old is the union by the way?
Okay, if we are talking about achievement in the year, automobile dealers came out around, let's say, about 4 years. As I told you earlier, it's about different associations. So as for the automobile, I can say it's 4 years now. But the other associations, some of them are there for long. So that is it. And also, our achievement is to let our business flourish. And also, we have things to put in place which can benefit the union and also our members. And so we are still naturally putting things in order to let the
That's awesome. And I think that since I can relate that the union is still developing, and as time goes on, a lot of good things are going to come out of that. I believe that one of the things that I saw, which I was much afraid of, was about the fact that the union was able to do some donations to the to associate to organizations, to schools and all that. And I believe that I want to use this opportunity to commend you for that great work. And I believe that going forward, the union will do more to support the society. But Automotive TV and the union will sit down and be able to share ideas about how we can be able to develop the auto industry. But before one can become a union member, what does one require to become a member of the Automobile Dealers Union?
Oh, okay, that's fantastic question. If you want to be a member, we have you have to join a zone. So we have Asante Regional they are zone 1. Zone 2 is Taprade. So it's a western and central. And then you have zone 3, that is B. And zone 4 is Accra. So if you want to be a member, it depends where your work or your garage, where you operate your business. So they will direct you to the appropriate quarters at that zone. And then if you go there, they have the forms at the level office. You fill the forms, and then you become a member to that zone, not the national. So it's something like gradually,
it's a process.
It's a process. You get there. So that is all. And the monthly dues, it depends the zone you are, and the chairman who is held in the zone. They have their structures also. So the rules and bylaws are there. So if you acquire it, it means you are a member. Before they will tell us the national that this is our and to become known to the national level, unless you be an executive member. So maybe you can be organizer from the zonal side or whatever it be. So if you are an executive member, they will send your information to be the national executive, so that we capture you as a national, the regional executive member. So in case we have a general meeting, we just send a circular to all the regional executives. So there they will tell that, okay, we need, the national will be 10. We need 3 from Asante region. We need 3 from Greater Accra. We need 3 from Central and Western. We need 3 from maybe BA. Then who all should come to one umbrella on saying, where we want to have that meeting for. So that is how our structure to be a member.
That's quite incredible. And it means that you need to go through the mail.
That's right.
You need to go through the mail. You need to go through the process to become a member. So if you're out there, and also you need to have a garage.
Definitely.
You need to have a garage.
And registered from the Register General, that you have your own, what they call, register certificate, that you own a garage. Then you become a member to Automobile dealership.
That's amazing. So if you're out there and you're wondering how you can become a member of the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana, then we have that for you. So before we wrap up, what would be your final words for your members and of course to the general public?
My final words is about, in my leadership, by God's grace, I have a lot of opportunity to engage the government on certain things so that it can help our industry. For instance, everybody calls himself a dealer. Who is dealer? So now, with the engagement with the government, we are coming something out for the public domain to know that if we're a dealer, you have to get a dealership certificate. That is, the government will be the steer of the dealership certificate. So as your comfort zone, you can even sit and buy a car from your online, and you can call yourself a dealer. You are not a dealer. A dealer is somebody who owns a garage, a fleet of cars. No, a fleet of cars are there. But for instance, like this garage, means you know what you are doing here. You can buy a car from online, place it in front of your house. You place with for sale on it. You can call yourself a dealer. Why not a dealer? You don't register your company from the Register General because you bought the car from the online. You tell yourself you're a dealer, and the platform you have on your social media, you just post all the cars on the social media, and the cars too are in your house. So if somebody needs a car, he just call you and direct him to your house, and you are not a dealer. A dealer who is satisfied from the government and a certificate, and that is me, my leadership. By God's grace, the opportunity I have with the government, we are still engaging on that. Government should come in so that if you want to be a dealer, to regulate very well. You are the only person can import cars from abroad to come and sell. So if anybody at all somewhere want to sell a car, you have to get a dealer. If you go to Cote d'Ivoire, the same. Go to Togo. Nobody can go there that I'm a dealer. No. There's a yard. Go there, and government is regulating them. Just Togo. Nigeria, where? But Ghana is not like that. Everybody is doing his own thing. If you import the car to the port, just clear your car. Government didn't care whether you chew it or you swallow it or you sell it. You didn't care. No regulator. So all the criminals and the cucumbers, all of them are mixed with really the genuine dealers. And they are frauding people, destroying our businesses. So now if you are telling yourself a dealer, it's a very shameful. So that is why in my leadership, I'm engaging with the government. So gradually, Standard Authority, they are going to regulate who is dealer. You have to get a dealership certificate. So that is the little thing I can share with or your viewers. And also a car dealer who is operating in the market, that he should be patient, and if the time due, we should go to the appropriate quarters to get the dealership certificate to operate as a dealer. Because if you go to school, definitely end of what? Certificates. Doctor will go to all medical school. What shows that is a doctor? Certificate. And this is our business we are doing. No certificate, no degree, nothing. And this is our university.
Exactly.
So in my leadership, by God's grace, by next year, Automobile Dealers Union, by God's grace, Ghana will have a dealership certificate. So if somebody wanted to import car from abroad, because of the leadership and the automobile and also the certificate you have, you can even clear your car at the port if you don't have the certificate, unless you acquire somebody who owns the certificate to help you clear the car from the port. That is, even for instance, those people at the port previously, they call them Guru boys. If you want to go and clear your car at the port, unless you sit for customs, you go to the customs quarters to go and pay your duties and whatever. And if you can't, these Guru boys will help you pay. So government sit down and see, no, this guy, they be coming on and on. What can we do? Okay, let's school them. Let's train them and give them a certificate to operate and help the government also get other revenues out of it. And if somebody wants to clear his things, there's a room for him to feel comfortable because of that those people who have been trained. And previously they called them honest Guru boys. Now government did that for them, and these people now they are calling them clearing agents because they have the certificate. So if you are going to clear a car at the port, you have to go to the clearing agents, not customs. So that is why we do dealers. If you want to import car and sell it in this particular our neighborhood, you have to get a dealership certificate. That is what I can show.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And of course, our conversation has been very, very fruitful right here on Automotive Drive, on an exclusive interview with the National President of the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana, Mr. Eric Boateng. I want to say a very big thank you to you for having time with us live on Auto Africa TV. And of course, Auto Africa TV is also going a long way to partner with the Automotive Dealers Union and of course other bodies to also ensure that Ghana's automotive industry and its value chain also gets its appropriate benefits and of course all that it has to give. So I want to say a very big thank you to you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So this has been Automotive Drive on Auto Africa TV. So probably Monday morning between 7:30 and 9 a.m. we meet and have another insightful moment right here. Thanks so much for watching, and God willing we shall meet on Monday. Have a great weekend to you. Auto Africa TV.